What's up, guys? Welcome back to HMHT. My name is Ben, your host here at Half Man Half Tech. So finally, when it comes to watchOS 8, we have the official release, which is the public release, which means that if you have a supported Apple Watch device, you can easily upgrade to watchOS 8. FYI, just to let you know, in order for you to upgrade or update to watchOS 8, all you need is an Apple Watch Series 3 or newer and an iPhone that looks like a 6S and newer, and make sure your iPhone has been updated to iOS 15 first, and then check for the software update on your Apple Watch and you will see watchOS 8. I've already updated my Apple Watch. As you can see here, you can see the version and the build number that you're going to get is 19R346. The update size is going to vary depending on which version you are coming from, but for me on my Apple Watch Series 6 updating from watchOS 7, the update size was around 1.1 gigs. So that's what you can expect. And now I'm excited to share with you all the new features and changes that came with watchOS 8. As you can see here, this is the first change that you're experiencing right here, and it's a new watch face that is called the portrait watch face. So you can see the name of the watch face, portraits, and then if you go here, you can also see that we have a world time watch face. So this is a watch face that's based on about 24 different cities around the world. So you can see we have New York, Denver, we have Alaska, we have Tokyo, we have Dubai, and so on. So this is also something that's new. We got about 2 new watch faces. And also on your Apple Watch, if you go here and try to set a new watch face, you can see that it sort of tells you which new watch faces are there, and you can see that we have the world time watch face and the portrait watch face, and also this watch face selector has been updated. So that is something that's good. And just to let you know, on your iPhone, if you unlock your iPhone and go to the Apple Watch application, you will see the new watch faces that are available in watchOS 8. So those are some, and then some of them, like they have added newer colors, like to these gradient colors. If you look into this and compare the old colors that we used to have, you'll be able to see that Apple has made some touch-ups when it comes to these colors. So that's something that's good, and it's the first change that I wanted to highlight for you here. And the second change that came with watchOS 8 that I would like to highlight has to do with a new Mindfulness application that has been updated. So you can see that before we used to just have breathe. This was a function that you can do for 1 minute, but now we have reflect, and breathe basically, allows you to focus on your breathing. But then if you go to reflect here, you will see that when you open this up for the first time, you get a new splash screen, but it says notice each thought that goes through your mind, consider why it is there, and then let it go. So every time you open up this mindfulness app and go through the reflect section, you get some different wording. It's basically trying to help you focus, and if you're trying to gain peace of mind, you can always do that. And you can see the way it portrays here, and if you want to cancel it, you can go there and cancel it, but it lasts for about 1 minute. So that is what has been updated in the mindfulness app. And then also something that I would like to show you on the iPhone, this that you are seeing here is the Apple Watch Series 6, and this is the 44mm. But we know that with the Apple Watch Series 7, Apple has upgraded the size of the Apple Watch. So now when you select your Apple Watch application, or when you compare it to what you used to have before on watchOS 7 or iOS 14, you'll notice that this application has been made larger. So the increase is not much, since the Apple Watch Series 7 is larger than the Series 6 by 1mm. But in general, if you compare the two icons, you will see that the one that's on iOS 15, once you've updated to watchOS 8, will be larger. This increase in size is more prominent when you search it up here. So if you search for watch, you can see here that compared to what we had before, it's slightly larger, about 1mm. And also on Apple's website, this increase in size has been noted. That is something that's new. So there's another change that is very significant that carries over to the Apple ecosystem that I would like to highlight for you, and it has to do with focus. So now with watchOS 8 and iOS 15, macOS 12 and so on, you now get an advanced do not disturb that has been given more new features. So before, this that you are seeing here used to be called do not disturb, but if you see there, I have do not disturb, I have personal, I have work, I have sleep, I have record, reading, mindfulness, gaming, and you can always create different categories. So instead of just having like do not disturb, you can have it populate and you can create different categories to fit what you are trying to do. And if you want to be able to control this or make changes to this, you can go into settings and then go to focus, and then you will see you have more options here. So you can see like work, and then if you want your focus to carry over to your iPhone or your other Apple devices, all you have to do is make sure you have this option turned on that says mirror my iPhone. So this means that if I was to go on the iPhone and select a different focus mode, let's say I select recording here, on the Apple Watch it will change to recording, and you can see that these emojis or the icons that depict the different focus modes that you have are color sensitive. So you can see I have a smiling purple emoji here, and on the Apple Watch, if I'm to actually go there, you see that I have a smiling purple emoji right there. So those are some of the changes. It's easier to change and customize these different focus modes by going into the settings on your iPhone and then going into focus. And you can see there on the iPhone that you have a little plus icon that allows you to basically add the new focus mode, which is something that's good. So that is focus as far as focus goes on the Apple Watch. Color sensitive, and you can always customize it better on your iPhone. Also, something that I would like to show you that came with this watchOS 8 has to do with the weather app. I use my weather app to check and keep updates during the day, so that has been updated. First change that is there, if you compare to what you had on watchOS 7, you can compare the icons here. So you can see the one that we have on watchOS 8 that is a bit darker. It's almost as dark as the Apple support app, but as you can see here, this one that we used to have, this is the old one. You can see how lighter it is compared to what we now have on watchOS 8, and that's not all that has been updated. So with the weather app now gives you hourly weather precipitations depending on the location that you are in and your weather station. So if I'm in Richmond or in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada right now, and then there's like a warning effect or a new change in the weather, let's say it's expected to rain in the next hour, the weather app will send me a notification just to let me know, so that I'm able to keep up to date with what's going on. So hourly weather precipitation, and also you get different parameters. You can see here that rainfall warning is in effect, that is coming from Environment Canada. So I did get a notification for that earlier on in the day, and you can see almost like now it's like this. In the next 20 minutes gonna be there. 40 minutes, the rain, you can see that it's going to be increasing slightly. So just more parameters, and also colors have been touched up and so on. That is the weather app. There's also something that I would like to show you that has to do with assistive touch. So on your Apple Watch, if you go into settings and then go to where it says accessibility, you can actually go on and enable this function that says assistive touch. Basically, Apple released a video that best explains how this function works. If I turn it on like this, you can see that I can flinch, and then you can see it selected. I can move my wrist like this by just pinching like this, and also I can, you know, move this into like accepting a call. I can, if I want to put high contrast on, just double clench like this, and then you can see I can press the crown. So if I want to press the crown, I can do like this, move to the next. If I double tap, it moves to the back one, and then if I clench like this, it selected the option. So that is accessibility, and I'm just gonna show you a short video from Apple that best explains how this advanced assistive touch for people with limb differences works.
Designed for individuals with limb differences, assistive touch is controlled through gestures like clenching and pinching. For example, to stop a timer, double clench to activate assistive touch. Pinch your index finger and thumb to move focus to the stop button, then clench to confirm. In some applications, you can also use these gestures to perform quick actions. For example, to answer a call, you can double clench to immediately pick up. There are also additional controls for more complex navigation, like ending a workout. Double clench to bring up the action menu, pinch to move focus to the motion pointer, and clench to confirm. Now you can move your arm to hover the pointer over the edge to scroll the page. Then hover over the end button to stop the workout. The motion pointer can also be activated by simply shaking your hand. So, that's assistive touch. With this new feature, we're able to open the doors to Apple Watch for even more people in a way that hasn't been possible before.
That is how assistive touch has been on the Apple Watch. It's amazing, and it's very good to see that Apple has added this on. Also, something that I would like to share with you has to do with maps. So now in maps, Apple is actually adding more voice commands. So if you're approaching your turn, it lets you know in advance, and the watch begins to vibrate way in advance. And also note that you can see that the maps icon has been updated. Let me see if I can show you what we used to have before. So if I search for maps, so you can see the old icon that we used to have on maps. You see that the little arrow has moved into the center on watchOS 8, but previously on watchOS 7 you had the arrow on the left side of the maps icon, and also you see that you had like a 280. I don't know if it's a highway or a street or something, but you can see that that has been removed on watchOS 8. You just have the arrow and just the maps icon, and more commands and also more cycling directions are being added as we speak right now for different major cities. If your city hasn't been added, then just give it some time, it will be added. So that is also maps. Something else that I want to show you that has been updated, you can see this find items app. So that's how it looks, and you can see that it has like 4 dots since the AirTags, since it's meant to work like with AirTags. When you buy the bundle with AirTags, they are usually 4 AirTags. So it's basically meant to work with AirTags, and if you open it, you can see the AirTag that I named T-Bag, and right now you can see that it says it's with me. If I click there, you'll be able to see the location. If I go down, you can see that I can play a sound for my AirTag, and then I can get locations for it in case I can't find it. So that's some of the things that you can do in this find items. And then if you want your distance to show in miles or kilometers, you can always customize it. And then also find devices. You can see your different devices here. You see my Apple Watch, my iPhone, my other iPhones, and other devices that I have. So that's find devices. You can always try and pinpoint them, but I found items to be very interesting since they were updated to work with the new AirTags that we got. So that's find devices for you and items. So also something I wanted to show you has to do with the ability to share photos in the Photos app that has been updated. So if you open the Photos app, if I open this picture, you can see that if I click on it, here in the bottom right, I have the ability to share. So I can now share it as a message. So you see some of my contacts here, and if I go all the way down, I can create a watch face right from there, and this picture will be a Photos watch face that will populate. And then if I want to send it as an email, I can do that from right in the Photos app, or if I want to send it as a text message, I can send it as a text message right there, and you can see there that I can now write. And so here in the Messages app, you can see that also when you are sending a message, you have more options. You have the ability to edit different messages. So let me dictate something and you'll be able to see what I'm saying right here. So if I want to delete a certain section in this message, all I have to do, I can move the crown up and down to scroll through. And then if I want to delete able, I just have to double tap able like this, or like that, and then I can delete able. And if I want to add some emojis like this one, check mark, I can do it. So Messages gives you better options to edit, delete, and also fine tune, as you can see within the Messages app. So you can see how Photos and Messages has been updated. This is something that's good. Also, something that I want to show you has to do with Wallet. That's also something that's new. You can see my cards that I have here and different things that I've purchased and the QR codes that I've got. But in the Wallet app, for specific regions, and this is mainly for Australia and the USA, you can add your keys and also your medical IDs for different providers that have added support to this. So if you have a medical care card and you don't want to carry the actual physical card, you can add it to your wallet, and also your ID, you can do that. And now in the States, in the United States, they are issuing or rolling out a test feature where you can actually add your driver's license to your wallet app, so you won't have to carry your physical wallet. And also when it comes to car keys, you can actually use your Apple Watch as a car key. It does this by using the ultra wideband, so you can always do that on the Apple Watch, and you can add whatever device card, medical card, keys that are supported in the Wallet app. That is something that's new. There's something that I want to show you that has changed with this update. So if we go to YouTube and play any specific video, you see that this video is playing right here. And on the Apple Watch, you will notice that we have the now playing feature that has been updated, or the screen rather. So you can see there that it tells me that the iPhone is playing on YouTube and the Apple Watch is not the one playing. So you can always see which device is playing audio, and if you want to stop it, you can always do that from your Apple Watch or the iPhone or the device that is playing the audio. That is something that's new and that has been updated. Also, I want to show you school mode screen or splash screen. If you open there, you will see what it tells you about school time, and then if you click school time, you will see your name right there, and you notice this yellow bar and the time there. And if you put your wrist down and then bring your wrist back up like this, you will be able to see that you basically have to scroll your crown in order to exit. And if you scrolled by a mistake, you can say do not exit, and it will continue to remain in school time. But if you want to exit, you have to turn your crown and then click exit. So just a minor improvement in the school mode right there. Another thing that I want to show you here has to do with the workout app. So if you open your workout app and go to your workouts, you can now add more workouts, and two that I want to highlight right here. You can see that we have Tai Chi, that is a new workout, and then we have Pilates, that is also a new workout. In case you don't see these, you can always scroll down to your workout list and then click add and search for the workout that you can find. You can see that we have a ton of workouts. We have basketball, fishing, we have golf, and so on. So if you don't see it, you can always add it. it. And then there's something that I want to show you that has been added to this workout app. So if you are now cycling outdoors, the Apple Watch will be able to automatically detect that you are cycling, and if you and also it will be able to give you like better parameters and statistics about your heart rate and condition, since it knows that you are cycling and not just jogging or walking, which is good. And also, like Apple showed off at their event that just concluded, you'll be able to see like an emergency SOS feature if you fall down while cycling. So this is what you'll be able to see right here. If you go to your settings and SOS, you'll be able to either say that you are okay or call emergency services. So that is something that's good, and that is another change that's here with watchOS 8. Another thing that I wanted to show you quickly or highlight, if you have an Apple Watch Series 5, Series 6, or the Series 7 that's coming out shortly, you can lower your risk and your watch will be darker like this, and you have the always on display screen, so you can see how it is when it's illuminated. Let me put my risk down, and if I raise my risk, you will see how it is. But I would like to let you know that now more applications are now utilizing this always on display. So some of the applications that are using this, we have the alarm app, which now utilizes this always on display rather, and also we have the stopwatch, the maps app, and also I believe like Spotify too has been added to this. So that is something that has been improved with watchOS 8 when it comes to do not disturb, always on display. Another thing that I want to show you here has to do with the music app. So the music app has been updated to sort of look like what we have on the iPhone. So since I use Spotify, you won't be able to see much, but you can see the different categories that we have. We have songs, albums, artists, and different playlists that you might have on your Apple Watch. But this is something that you can always customize. It just has been updated to depict or look like what we have on the iPhone. So that is something that's good. Also, I want to show you an app that has been updated. So if you go to the sleep app and you use your Apple Watch to detect or rather to monitor your sleep, you can actually be able to track your respiratory rate, and I want to show you how you can quickly do that on your iPhone. So on your iPhone, you want to open the health app, and then you will see the new health app that has been things have been rearranged a little bit because of iOS 15. But if you go to the browse section and go to where it says respiratory, you can see that you can actually monitor your respiratory rates, and you can read more about respiratory and so on. But now with the Apple Watch, you can monitor your respiratory rate. You can see some of my information. It says about 19 breaths per second, or per minute rather, since I'll be sleeping. And also you see 6-minute walk, like the equivalent to that, which is something that's good. And also, while we're still in the health app, there's something that I want to show you here when it comes to the Apple Watch, what it can do. So it can now measure your walking steadiness, or the probability that you are walking unstable and could possibly fall. So what you want to do, open your health app and then go to browse and look for mobility. So if you look for mobility, let me look for mobility right there. You can see your step length, you can see walking speed, double support time, and so on. And if your Apple Watch detects that your mobility isn't stable and you are most likely to fall or get injured, it will send you a notification, and it will actually vibrate to let you know that, hey, take it easy, my friend, or take a rest, and so on. So that is something that has been updated in the health app for the Apple Watch to be able to let you know of these. Also, another app that receives significant updates, although I don't use it much, I don't have a lot of smart home devices, but if you within the home app, if you use the Apple Watch and you update to watchOS 8, it has now added support for like the intercom. It has added support for cameras, and if someone rings your doorbell, you can actually be able to answer the doorbell and use your watch as a microphone. But that is something that you need to have in your home in order for it to work with the Apple Watch on watchOS 8. So that is something that's good. And then another thing that I want to show you has to do with the audio levels. So if you go to your control center here and click on the ear and you are playing something in the background, or you playing using headphones, you'll be able to see your headphones levels. And if your level goes too high, your Apple Watch will be able to send you a notification to let you know that audio levels are above 90 dBs can be dangerous, and you can always turn the volume up and down as you can see there. But since I don't have AirPods or earphones connected, you can see that it's just it's just laying there and not functional. But you can always try this out. Now, these are some of the main new features and changes that came with watchOS 8. As always, remember that I do cover watchOS 8 updates as well as watchOS 9 when it comes out, and Apple Watch related content. So if that's something that tickles your pickle, then a sub to the channel will be very great and encourage me to keep working harder at producing these videos. Now, other than that, guys, that's about it for me when it comes to watchOS 8, some of the main new features that came with watchOS 8. And also soon I'll be covering iOS 15, so check that iOS 15 video out on the channel. And thank you very much for watching, and stay safe, and I'll definitely see you in the next video very soon. Peace.